Okay, so this was my former craft room. My little Heather's Hideaway sign is still on top of it. I have to move it. But you can see it was just sort of a small little space. It now has my kids' books and video game space in it. But now let me show you where my new craft room is, and pardon a little bit of the mess, but now look at this huge space I have. I'm so excited. So quick tour. So as you come in, I have sort of my sewing and general crafting space. So I have these drawers that have fabric, sewing notions, things of that sort, as well as like my stationery, extra pens, pencils, things like that. And then this is sort of my general crafting space. My Cricut is here. This is where I can work on scrapbooks. I can cut fabric, kind of do all kinds of things. My little Egypt corner, my little printer's tray. And then I have this little cube bookshelf to hold random things, trash bag, and my new TV so that I can watch Flosstube while I stitch. Here's my actual desk for like working, right? So I'll film my floss tubes here, but also, you know, boring stuff like budgets and things like that. Boo. And then I have two closets here. The closet on the right, I won't open them because they'll be noisy and weird, but the closet on the right is jam-packed full of scrapbooking stuff. I have not, with just the stuff going on in my life in the last 5 years, I have not touched a scrapbook in forever. My 16-year-old daughter's baby album is at her baptism right now, which took place when she was 2 weeks old. So yeah, lots and lots of scrapbooking to do in that closet. Here is all of my stitching stuff. It's pretty compact, right? But it's all right there. My flosses, my patterns, the little box on the floor there with a needle minder on it for some reason, is almost all of my hoops and Q-snaps. Here are my kits on vacation, my backing board, and my needle minders. And then this closet here is just other craft stuff for both me and the kids. So there are perler beads in there, markers, all kinds of stuff. I don't even know. And then this is my new Stitchy spot. It's like a double wide recliner. So it holds both me all curled up, but also is all kinds of stuff that I want to have next to me. It's really awesome. I will not zoom in on where the cats have shredded it. This is the rest of my Stitchy stuff, as well as yarn for when I pretend to knit or crochet. But my floss winders are in there, scissor fobs, all my fabric is in that bottom drawer for now. I'm quickly getting to the point where I'm going to need to get something else to put my fabric in. And then this is my sewing table. So those doors open up and the tops open up, and it opens out fully wide, and my sewing machine pops up. And that's my sewing table. And then I've got my cutting boards and rulers there. And just a quick note about this shelf. So when I was younger, I was obsessed with horses. And hello, pistachio. I was obsessed with horses and loved Marguerite Henry's books. And I collected Breyer horses, and I must have had probably 40 of them at one point. But as I got older, I narrowed them down to these. These are my favorite. So it's all of my Marguerite Henry horses. If you're not familiar with her books, she wrote lots and lots of books about horses, specifically the Misty of Chincoteague series, about the wild ponies on Assateague Island, which this picture down here is a painting of one named Cervantes, I think is his name. But then I also have Man o' War and a Morgan horse. I rode Morgans when we lived in North Dakota. So these are the ones that have stayed with me through adulthood. And they're just a little reminder of my horse crazy little girl. So that's the tour of my new craft room. So my future floss tubes, you'll see these things in the background. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so this big giant blank wall right here is blank on purpose because it will eventually be filled with cross stitch. Yay! So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my new craft room, and I will be coming to you soon with a regularly scheduled floss tube. Have a great day, everyone. Happy stitching.